Welcome back to Grow with Alan, episode 8. It's going to be a shorter episode this week because I've had a pretty busy weekend one way or another sorting out the kids' rabbits that decided overnight, after 3 years happily living in the same hutch, to break out into open warfare between each other. No idea why, but anyway, took a while. So, we're heading towards May, end of April, beginning of May, and that means it's time to think about what you're going to be eating over the winter and getting sweet corn growing. So let's kick off with the sweet corn. Now, sweet corn doesn't particularly like to be disturbed once it's got going. So what I like to do is use these little fibre pots that you can buy. I picked these up in, I think it was B&Q the other day. I think I paid about £2 for 50 of them or something like that. But you can use toilet rolls, to be honest. They work pretty well as well. But basically all you do is you get these, fill them up with seed compost. My daughter's been out here helping, very good. And just pop the sweet corn. This is F1 Early Bird. I've grown this before, it's very good. Straight into the tray. I'll just show you the seeds because they literally just look like dried up sweet corn. There's not much more you can say about that. Now, some people prefer to get some damp kitchen roll and layer the sweet corn between it before it gets going. I think they call it sort of chitting the sweet corn. You can do that if you want, but in my experience, it's just not necessary. So you just get, let's put the rest of them down here, just get a single sweet corn seed and pop it in the centre of the pot. Put it in sideways, I tend to. Just push it down to about sort of, I don't know, half a digit length, would you say? There we are, pop it in like that. And just do the same for all 6. Hang on, I better make sure I've got, I know what will happen. What I tend to do is I'll cover them up one by one and then not remember which ones have got seeds in and which ones haven't. Which ones have, should I say. So yeah, just pop them in like that. And within a short period of time, you'll get a little grassy shoot up. Just grow that on in the warmth of the greenhouse. These things tend to like sort of, I don't know, 15 degrees-ish to get them going until they're well established, at which point they can go outside. Now, I've grown 6 at once here. And there's a reason for that, because sweet corn need to be grown in a block. So what I'll do is I'll grow those 6 together, like that outside, so that they pollinate properly. So grow them as a nice block together. It looks quite attractive as well. And I'm going to plant another 6 a little bit further on, because typically what you'll end up from each plant is sort of 2 decent cobs off each plant, which is fantastic. So you've got 12 cobs there. I've made the mistake in the past of growing like 10 plants at once. You're just inundated with cobs, which all of a sudden they all ripe at the same time. And sweet corn, nothing tastes better than it fresh off the plant. And you don't really want to sort of spoil that flavour by having to rush and eat everything at once. So a few at a time. So I'll just damp those down, put them in the greenhouse. Make sure, rather than watering from the top, what I'll do is I'll just sit them in a tray of water and let that water percolate up through. Just make sure they don't dry out. The other thing that's worth thinking about doing now is sowing your purple sprouting broccoli. This takes quite a long time to grow, but it will just mean that next spring you've got fantastic purple sprouting broccoli to go at. Very easy to grow. Just you can either wait until it's a little bit warmer and put that straight outside. Actually, to be honest, now's about right. Or you can kick it off in some trays. I'm not going to grow any this year because I've done a deal with my neighbour. I swapped some tomato plants in exchange for some he's just started off. They're only about this high at this moment, but that's just fine. So, well, that's pretty much it for this week. It's a short episode, isn't it? Next week, I'm going to be getting some cornflowers going outside. It's getting lovely and warm. Great time to get them moving. And planting out a few of the things that have been growing on in the greenhouse. Thanks ever so much for your questions and comments as ever, and see you soon.